Hey y'all, and Happy New Year. This is Audra Hicks, your Tennessee real estate professional. I'm going to talk to y'all today and give y'all a little bit of updates on the market and things like that, and things to do or not to do in our industry. So please don't forget to hit that subscribe button and stay tuned because I put the real in real estate. Hey y'all, and happy 2025. Happy New Year. I wanted to just go over some things maybe you don't understand in our industry, what goes on, or maybe it is good for other agents to hear what I am going to talk about today. So, I was happy that I only had 2 subscribers last year and almost at 50 now. So I would love to get at least 100 subscribers this year. More, 1,000 would be nice. So please don't forget to hit that subscribe button and share it with your family and friends to help me grow for 2025. So I am your Tennessee real estate agent, and I am working towards my Kentucky license. So hopefully here soon will be dual states. So just right across the border, if we looking in Franklin, Kentucky, Bowling Green, Kentucky, just kind of wanted to give an update on things for 2025 and thank y'all for who has supported me last year on my YouTube channel. So, from what I hear in our industry about since we did have a the market was so much different last year in 2024. We had a lot of agents that didn't even sell one piece of property. They say 74% of agents didn't have any transactions last year whatsoever. So I'm thankful, even as a single agent, not on a team is what I mean. I'm not single, I'm married. So happily married of 34 and a half years. But as a single agent out there having to bring in everything myself and not on a team, but I do call my hubby and my son and my 2 Labradoodles my team. So I do have that and the support of them and things that they do in the real estate business. They're not realtors or real estate agents. They are my team and my family. So I love that. So 74% of agents, they say, did not have one transaction last year. That's pretty sad, but for me, I'm glad that I am in that 26% that did. And I did not have such a bad year last year. I didn't have the best of years like I am used to. But last year was like a lot of different changes in our industry. For me, how I grow my business organically, so it is through my SOI, my sphere of influence, or sphere of influence, however you want to say it. I'm Southern, so I don't, I say it that way. Through social media, trying to get my YouTube going even better, and through meeting people, getting to know people. Even at dinner, you might meet somebody. I remember um, um, somebody that is selling their house now. I actually have known since 3rd grade. So, and to when they bought their home about 3 years ago with me, we were out at dinner at Longhorn one night and ran into her and her husband. And that's where it all started on the real estate side of things. So, for me, it's building relationships and lasting ones. You don't get, people every day referring you or reusing you, but that's mainly what my business is. So, help me grow if you can. I would love that. I am going to be getting out and about out of my home office for this coming year to try to show y'all. I'm going to go down to my office that I have in Hendersonville at Benchmark and show y'all what that one is like. It's still decorated for Christmas right now, so I don't know if I'm going to wait until after that, or I could do a video, I guess, and show y'all what it does look like all decorated up for Christmas. So There's different things that have happened over the past year, things in our industry that changed. The NAR lawsuit and stuff that came into effect, and changes were made in August. For me, it did not change my business. I have always been, um, self-employed for like 34 years now. Self-employed. So I understand how to run a business. We retired from a high-end floor care business in 2016 and had that for 24 years. Went into full-time real estate. So, for me, the new changes have not changed my business. The structuring of meeting buyers. I always meet my buyers at my office up front, this is going to lead into one of the things that I have seen lately with my listings too. I meet my buyers at my office. We go over a buyer's consultation. We go over everything to do with buying a home. Sometimes it might be first-time home buyers. Sometimes it's their 8th home. You never know. Some of my clients, they've bought with me or sold with me many times before. So, but I still love to meet them at the office, go over stuff. If they've bought several with me, usually it's a phone conversation and sending things through Dotloop. You just never know. Sometimes it's like, hey, you want to come meet me at the office and let's sit down and figure out things. I have a nice office. There's a TV there so we can look through homes and research stuff, and I can show them in depth what, is out there, as well. So, if they're a first time home buyer, I know for sure when we leave that office if they're going to be able to buy right then, and how long it's going to take, or if we can go shopping. Because if they don't already get with a lender, I get them with a lender. Most of the time they just want to call them right there so that they know if they're going to actually get pre-approved or not. So we don't know right then, it might be within 24, 48 hours. But one thing I do not do is show homes to clients that we do not know if they are pre-approved or not. Because why? It is like shooting in the dark, trying to figure that out. I don't know what price range. I don't know what concessions they might need. If they're able to pay all of my real estate fees, any of that. You have to know all that and have a buyer's consultation and go over all of that and figure all that out. Or are we going to have to write all that in the offer? So that way I know how we're going to structure that offer. Knowing that ahead of time makes it so much easier to go show the properties, figure out the one or the few that they love, and write that offer. So then that way I'm not getting my buyers' hopes up on a home that they cannot afford to buy, or they didn't get pre-approved for. And who knows, they may be pre-approved for more than what you think. You never know. Everybody's different. Some of them think that their credit score is way up there. Some think their credit score is way down there. And then when we, get with a lender, their credit score is sometimes better than they ever thought, or sometimes worse than they think. So, you never know. So see what I'm saying? You don't know. So I don't think you should ever carry a buyer. Plus, you've never vetted them. If you haven't met with them, had the buyer's consultation, and the buyer's representation agreement where you have formed that agency between the two of you, then no one understands the process. So you're going in it blindly if you do that, which now with all the changes, you are supposed to get that signed before you ever show a home and open one door. So I always say I'm not a tour guide, so I don't do a touring agreement. That's like a one-time thing for a certain house, and you become a tour guide. So not into all that. I'm very professional. Now we do have fun, and we like to have fun as we're seeing houses and stuff like that. But I've always been, I think that you need to run your business as a business and not just fly by night, fly by the seat of your pants type thing. You just don't do that. So you have systems in place. You need to have systems in place. I have seen so many agents not even renew their E&O insurance by the end of last year. What does that mean? We're already on the 3rd of January right now. So they could potentially not have their license. So unless they renew that, and there's some things that they have to know when they do that, and they do it late. So there's a lot of things and fees that have to be paid by the end of the year every year. So that people don't understand that we have to pay every month. We have to pay fees. By the end of the year, we have to pay fees. Now they're changing our insurance to where it's going to be July renewals instead of every 2 years in December. So I think they'd probably done that to help with everything else that we have to renew at the end of the year, to help you do it in a busier time, I think, in July. I don't know for sure if that's why. But I just know we got to have it and we got to do it and stuff like that. So, but I'm a listing agent or what you call seller's agent, and I am a buyer's agent or a selling agent. It's a little complicated, but you're a listing agent or a buyer's agent or both, and I'm both. So my little hat up here, I have to change my hat around when I'm on the buy side, change it over here when I'm on the listing side, because there's different things that you have to know for each thing. The cool thing about it is that I know both sides of the coin. Boy, I'm losing my voice. I know both sides of the coin, so I know how to write up offers to hopefully get our offer accepted. I know on the listing side what needs to be done before we ever list the home. Whether they listen or not is another thing. So that's another conversation that you have to have with your client. There's many things that we have to know in this industry, and a lot of changes last year. So that those changes scared a lot of agents, I believe, that don't know how to, one, negotiate, which if you need to know how to negotiate in our business, whether you're a listing agent or you're on the buy side. So you need to know how to negotiate your own fees and commission with your either seller or buyer. So I think that freaked a lot of people out last year, or they didn't know how the changes were going to affect contracts or getting with their clients or what they needed to do, because there's a lot of agents who never had a buyer's consultation, and they would just take clients out 1 or 2 times, and until they felt comfortable with forming that agency with them. For me, it's no change there. So I meet with my buyers up front. And in this industry, you should never take people around unless you have vetted them and you have met with them and you kind of know them then at that point, and getting to know them. And it works both ways, because if you go into homes and you're showing people homes and you've not vetted them, you don't know who they are. And so that seller is hoping that you have done your due diligence before you ever bring people in homes, and you have vetted whoever you're bringing in the home. So for me, I think that all needs to be done all the time. I know, sometimes we have regular clients and we don't have to have a buyer's consultation up front. We just send them documents over, and we already have that trusting relationship and we know them very well. That's always a great feeling, because you have helped, and I've been able to help so many families and brothers and sisters and mothers and in-laws and kids that have grown up, and just different people. So I just wanted to come on today to just go over some different things, especially things that I have seen. I have seen more people out looking for homes already, like January 1st. One of my listings had several showings on it January 1st. And Then I also, on New Year's Eve, was at a listing consultation for about 3.5 hours. And, that one's coming soon. So I got that one incoming soon by the next day, and everything ready while they're preparing the home to sell, and for me to get my photography and all of my stuff done, and then us go live before the end of the month. So several other coming soons coming. So I will talk about these on some of my other videos, but I will be getting out and about this year. So please stay tuned, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button. And I hope you like my videos, so please stay tuned and share with your family and friends. I'll see y'all next time. Bye, y'all.